Hey guys, what's up? My name is Mercy and I'm here bringing you another Call of Duty commentary. This is actually episode 2 of Great Old Florida. If some of you do not know, this is a series that I do about a goofy, kind of stupid news story that comes out of the greatest state in the United States, Florida. That's complete sarcasm. We have some of the craziest idiots in the United States, in the North America region, maybe even South America. Maybe not. South America's pretty reckless. But, yeah. So today we've got the second episode of Great Old Florida. This one comes out of my home city, Tampa, Florida. Tampa's known for, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay Lightning, Ybor City, all those good things, Ybor City is cool. It's got great nightlife. There's lots of gay bars, all that type of stuff. Okay. So, today's story. It hurts me to even talk about how stupid this guy is, but... Okay, so Keith Lucas. This man, for some reason, has way too much time on his hands. Like, it scares me on how much a grown man, how much time he has on his hands to perform the acts that he did. It hurts me to say it, but this guy basically would sit around and use sheriff dispatchers as his complaining hotline, or his trolling hotline, or his stupid hotline, or his I'm gonna call you guys and waste your time hotline. So, what Mr. Lucas did was call over 3,000 times in under a year and a half to the sheriff's dispatchers, the phone lines, and the people who dispatch sheriffs, their deputies, and emergency services to a location that actually needs an emergency service. Not to hear you complain about how your quote-unquote, not sure if I understood this right, but in a phone call, his boyfriend left to go to the bathroom a little bit longer than usual, and then he thought the bartender went in and fiddled around with his quote-unquote boyfriend. Literally something he complained about in a phone call in the video that is linked in the Tampa Bay Times on their website that I will link in the description below. So if you do want to actually hear like 3 or 4 phone calls that this guy had with the sheriff's deputies, with their dispatchers, go right ahead. I want you to feel the stupidness from this guy. But yeah, basically what he did was he would call and troll the dispatchers, complaining about how he pays his taxes so he can do what he wants. He pays his taxes so he can call the people he's paying, quote unquote paying. Not sure about all that. But he basically complained about how deputies mistreated him in the past. So what this says is he basically called to say, hey, like 3 or 4 years ago, so one of your deputies, he kind of treated me wrong. He didn't let me off with a slide or something like that. Literally just called and complained. Seriously. Just, hey. And he was very, very, very rude with the people who dispatch emergency services to people who actually need them. I don't think that's one of the people you should be rude to, is the people who send them good people to help you out if you're in a bad situation. Some of these phone calls actually went on so long that he would get so aggravated and just hang up. He'd get aggravated at his own stupidness and just hang up. Or the dispatchers wouldn't cooperate and he would hang up. Or they wound up just disconnecting him, just saying, you know what, I'm kind of done with you. I've asked you several times if you needed something, and you said no, and just continued complaining. And they would just disconnect him. Which, honestly, I would, put this guy on, like kind of how they have a no-fly list, put this guy on a no-call list, unless he actually needs something. Which, that kind of goes into his probation. For misusing a emergency hotline, he only got probation. The story did not list how long he was on probation or how long he is on probation. Starting from February 26th is when he was arrested and put in court and all this came to a conclusion, they didn't say how long he's on probation. But he's on probation from, he quote-unquote cannot call sheriff dispatchers unless needed or it's an emergency. So, and I can see with this guy's past of having over 3,000 phone calls, worthless phone calls to the dispatchers, that this probably isn't going to stop him very much. There's got to be some kind of compulsive, like, oh, I need to call it. You got to tell, you can't tell me this guy just can't call someone and just say, hey, I've got something to talk about. Do you mind listening? No. He decides to call the people who are dispatchers. I don't understand. I seriously don't. And that just goes to say that Florida is a great place. You know, we're the meth capital of the world, besides Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Breaking Bad fans, Heisenberg. I am the danger. But, yeah, Lakeland is the meth capital of the world, I believe. I'm not sure, and I take pride in that. Just kidding, I really don't. That's actually pretty bad. I'm sorry. But, back to Mr. Lucas. This man deserves a stupid award. Seriously. If we gave out a Nobel Stupid Award, he'd get it. He'd be at the top of the list to get it. But, a new theory that I came about going through some stories that I was reading for my series, Great Old Florida, is that we need to create a system, or a jail system, to where you just put stupid people in it. You know, just kind of put them in a jail cell and say, no, you're bad, think about your actions, now please be a useful thing to the society. Just set them in a corner, say, hey, you need an adult, just sit there, be quiet, and think about what you did. And this guy's one of them, you know. Just take his cell phone away from him. Take his home phone away from him. Seriously. I say that about some kids that are glued to their cell phones, but this guy's actually glued to a phone, calling and complaining to a dispatcher. But, yeah, that's a theory I have, and kind of turned into a rant about stupid people, because I come across so many stupid people in a day. I am one of those stupid people, but still, I'm not as stupid as people who smoke weed in a lobby, rob the place that they work at, or even call a dispatcher over 3,000 times. But that pretty much concludes today's episode of Great Old Florida. I just want to take these remaining seconds to say thank you for watching my video. If you are watching it, remember to leave a like, favorite, share, subscribe, do all those goody doodads. It really helps me out. I'm really trying to grow, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a nice day.